Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be building and reviewing a set that we had talked about a while ago. So this is one of the houses from American Horror Story, and when I saw this on Amazon, which we got it for about $44, there will be a link in the description or the pinned comment below where you can pick this up if you like. It just looked really good. I love the color on it. I love the red combined with the white. It's got some spooky elements to it with a spider web and a spider, and maybe there's a bat thrown in there or two. It just looks really good. On the back side, it's an open back. It's not a 360-degree build, but it just looks really, really good. This is made by Ourcrae. Ourcrea. Never really heard of them. But we're going to put this bad boy together and check it out, and we'll bring you in, show you some of the details on it, and give it a good review. Let's get to build. Alrighty, just finished up the Ourcrae Murder Mansion. It's the next day. I had started it pretty late in the afternoon yesterday, hence the change of wardrobe. The total build time was about 3.5, 4 hours, something like that. Oh, and I forgot to mention in the intro, this is 1,171 pieces. Fairly good sized build, accounting for about how long it took. And what a build it is. I'm a big fan. Now, this is based off Season 1 American Horror Story. Apparently, this is a real house in Los Angeles called the Rosenheim Mansion, I believe, when I just looked it up. And this is pretty faithful looking into the exterior of it. This red is a little bit darker red. It's a much lighter red. You can see the picture over my shoulder here of the real house. I like it when builds are based off of real places. I kind of really appreciate that. I'm going to show you some details here in a minute, but looking at the back of the box, I didn't really look at the back closely when I was looking at the interior space. It is way creepier than I even imagined when you see some of the details in here, and you can kind of let your mind run a little bit wild about what's happening inside this house. And I know American Horror Story, I think I maybe started Season 1 years ago. I know it's a show that's been out for a while, so I'm not an expert. If you are, put it in the comments about this. So I'm not sure if the interior scenes, recreate stuff from that season or not. I'm not sure, but it is creepy. And not like Disney Haunted Mansion kind of comedy and kind of spooky. This is actually creepy. Brick quality on this build was actually really good. I did have to get out the Enforcer a few times on some pieces, but overall good. The colors are excellent. This red is a beautiful red, and darker colors can, especially in these non-Lego, non-Go Brick builds, can look a little dusty, look a little cloudy, but the colors on this are really, really nice. It was a fun build, a lot of interior detail, and not repetitive. It was a good time. And again, this is all within the context of this being about a $45 set. A lot of value built into this. All right. Let's go ahead and check out some of these interior pieces. Let's look at some of the cool details of the Murder Mansion based off American Horror Story Season 1. You can see architecturally it is a really pretty build, and they spookify it up obviously by adding in things like the spider web and all the kind of foliage. You get 3 spiders in here. You also get a little sign down here that says Murder Mansion. Surprisingly, there is no front door. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not sure if that was a part of the series or not. Like it was missing a door. I have no idea. You get some windows. I like the window treatment and all the foliage and things like that. Just looks really good. Build-wise, all this went together well. I was a little worried about getting these windows in here, but they settled in just fine. So build-wise, it was a really easy build. Let's go ahead and spin her around here. One of my favorite parts of this size is that we have a hanging bat. Got the hanging bat right there, which is really kind of fun and cool. Not a whole lot going on over here. It is just a half build with an open back. So let's go ahead and check out the back. Here's where stuff gets really interesting. So let's start at the bottom and work our way up. Bottom, you have a nice little fireplace, some spooky stuff there on a little table, a nice couch, a snake on the table, not sure why. And the first sign when you're building this that things are going to get a little freaky is that you have a bone down there. Moving over here, we have the staircase going up to the second level. Got a nice little rat, which is a nice little addition there. So that is your first level. Going up to the second, we see some more indications of some absolute creepiness getting ready to happen. Got a really cool little grand piano build over here with some foliage, which is kind of nice. Got the staircase. We have an indication that some bad stuff is happening. There's a hatchet, and there's a bone right there, a arm bone right next to the staircase. Now, this is where stuff gets creepy. This is all intentional. Yes, that chair is supposed to be toppled over. Not sure why. But there is a bed, a beautiful little dresser, and then a skeleton hanging upside down. So we don't know what this person's fate was. It's kind of creepy. Light integration. This is a lighted set that I'll show you here in a second. Light integration when you're actually putting the bulbs in was good, but you can see it's a little sloppy there with where everything connects together. But since you're only really looking at the front, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. And the lights work really well, and I will show you that in a minute. Going up to the final level, this is where all the murdery stuff I think is taking place. So we have half of a skeleton up here. We also have a box of bones, what looks to be like an IV thing, and then we have a light. Now, that does not light up. But then again, we just have the bones, and then there's a lot of murder weapons right there. We have some scissors, a hatchet, and a knife, and all sorts of, I don't know if these are supposed to be potions, or maybe it's the formaldehyde for the murdering or something. I don't know, but it is really, really creepy. So a lot of murdering going on in this house. And it really does match the whole spooky theme of this build. So the interior is really quite nice. On the side over here, nothing really going on the side. Just bricks, no windows or anything like that. Not a big deal. So let's go ahead and plug this in and check out the lights. Here is the Murder Mansion all lit up. This is the first lighted set that I have ever had that has red lights in it, not just clear lights. So it totally adds to the cool spooky theme. And this is going to go on our bookshelf. We are going to light this up. I love how it turned out. Let me see if I can spin it around and show you the back. So there's the interior lit up. From the back side, you can see part of it as you go up the stairs is just regular clear lights. We have a cool blue light down here. And then in the bedroom where a lot of the murdery stuff takes place, it's red light. So it looks really, really cool. I like the lights on this set. Here is the Murder Mansion prominently displayed on our new bookshelf and looks really fun. I got a little bit more lights on than I'd like, but it just looks really cool. Very approved. So that is the Ourcrae Murder Mansion. Really fun build. Thanks for stopping by today. Stay tuned for some more cool stuff we got coming up. We got all sorts of different stuff coming up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.